what it means, the second month. Second month is where darkness is upon us through the realization of the gap and the distance between ourself, our consciousness, the way we use the will to receive to ourself, how far we are from the purpose of the Creator to actually be able to extend His presence into our vessels. Okay. So it is naturally, if we fail, what we can see that the deluge is not a punishment for what we did. It's a measurement of how we are in harmony or in disharmony with the law of nature, which is called God. So as though one can read in the portion in Parshat Noach that it sort of reads as a punishment to humanity. No, it's a mirror to humanity of how they treat their freedom of choice. Where their freedom of choice lies in the ecology. So if they had their ecology, they had the ability to live. Yeah. So it's a complete different reading than we misbehaved, we were punished. Be careful not to anger this, one can say angry or old man sitting up there. So it's taking us into a complete different dialogue. So it means that if we damage and destroy the ecology, and now we have to look at the word ecology. Okay, we know ecology as it is used in our daily dialogue, which is to do with, let's say, climate change of planet Earth. But this is an indication that something has to do with human behavior, human enactment, human intention, and the ecology which sustain them. So it's not a separated entities. It's one consciousness. So it's not that it's not only the mind that pollutes and misuse. Is the ignorance and the lack of awareness of the unity. It is to do that the ecology, the inner ecology of the will to receive inside a person is so cruel that it's not only destroying, it's destroying firstly his ability to awake or ability to actually live. He can maybe only exist, and this is already now in question as well. But if the inner ecology, meaning the inner intention and attitude of a person to his life, and definitely to others, to the value of their life and to the value of his life, meaning he's not aware and did not awake to the fact that he is in darkness, namely in a state of forgetfulness, and therefore he destroys his own ability to sustain an awareness or a consciousness that actually can bring him to life. And therefore, as a mirroring effect, one can say, of course he's destroying the ecology that even allows him to exist. Okay. So actually we can say that the deluge is the first revelation of God to humanity. The way that grace was extended and there were no vessel to actually be able to receive it, caused them, because there was no ecology in themselves, that, or an awareness that could actually perceive it and receive it and embody it. So every time that there is a revelation, our vessel or our consciousness is being tested. Whether or not we were awakened, are we aware of what we were created for? So it's one can say that a portion of Noach or Parashat Noach is the beginning of redemption. It's the beginning of a story which means a revelation to human being. What is the ecology that will allow them not only to survive but to thrive, and to be aware and awake to their part in the purpose of creation. So in the midst of this parasha of Noach, we're actually getting the way how to keep ourselves alive. And to keep ourselves alive is to keep ourselves conscious of the reason and intention of why we were created. And the vessel, or the notion, or one can say the it's to do with not only how to save oneself, it's to do with how to be, how it is possible to be, where confusion, which is part of the understanding of the deluge in Hebrew, yeah? When there is a time of confusion and you actually cannot discern between good or bad, what actually promotes a new stage of consciousness and what actually destroys it. The thing to hang to is the ark. The ark in Hebrew is to do with a double, one can say, a double state of, or it's like a double glazed window. It's double glazed opportunity, because in the word teva, which one can say is the word, the actual word, that which can contain letters that make sense, but it is as well a house, or it's more than a house. It's more intimate than a house. It's a home. Okay? It's a home because the ark is the home in which you can open. It's a safe place that in which you can open a window or an intention that will open you into a bigger ecology, yeah, that can actually nourish you and carry you over. And it actually carries you over confusion, over drowning.